didn't get to. I'm sorry.
I think I got it wrong.
Do it.
Melanie, you're still hanging on behind you.
Listen, so guys, we're going to talk about these after we see them, okay? So, King Yu, who is known in legend as Yu the Engineer, he's the one who, according to legend in the Ji Dynasty, creates the first flood control projects. Flood control projects are like building dams and dikes to navigate the water, both away from areas that are going to be flooded and to areas that have less water. Right, Puska?
Yes, sir.
How about sailing yes sir here instead of yes sir to grace? That'd be fantastic. Leader? No. He was a philosopher. He was a guy who had all these ideas and concepts, and he was the relationships between the ruler and the ruled, and the father and the son. So he wasn't a ruler. So King Yu, or Yu the Engineer, is the one who creates these first projects as far as flood control.
Why?
It's the actual Ryan waiting over it. Yeah. No, you. So this is a really commonly missed one so far today. So listen. The Yangtze. Listen. The Yangtze River is to the south. The Hungee, also known as the Yellow River, that's to the north. They first settled in the Yellow River Valley, also known as the Hungee River Valley. And they eventually moved south to the Yangtze. But the Hungee, or Yellow River, that is where they first are founded. It's the Yangtze is the second one. First one is the Hungee.
Oh, wait, okay.
What? Are you serious?
Who's the one person?
Hello.
Alright, so this was easily the most commonly missed one today. So, Yangshao is the Neolithic society that was in China.
What the heck?
So the Yangshao is that early Neolithic society. And then, listen, then after the Neolithic societies, the little villages, then we get the dynasties. The first dynasty is the Jia, which is XIA, then the Shang, then the Zhou. Dynasties, it goes these three. But the Yangshao comes before any of them. It's a Neolithic village. It's a small village that exists before the dynasties. That is on there tomorrow, so you need to make sure you know that.
Again, say it one more time, Cameron.
Types are like spears, but they're longer, and they're used for like stabbing and different.
They meant for killing.
Well, they control the bronze, so they control the weaponry. Their other main source of weaponry was the chariot, right, Seth?
Right.
Should you be texting when we're working on stuff or when I'm talking? Really important for the Shang. They're able to mobilize quickly, attack quickly, and effectively. Alright, so the Zhou. Listen. The Zhou are the third dynasty. They're the ones to say, hey, we have the mandate of heaven. But they make it up and say the Shang and the Ji had it to make them look like they should be the rulers. So the Zhou make it up and say that these guys and these guys had it so they can be in control.
Wait, when was the Shang? I thought it was...
Some tape.
Oh,
This has gotten me 3 times today. This is going to be ruined by the end of the day.
Dynasty. Listen. Zhou Dynasty. They had a lot of land they were controlling. So in order to have control over all that land, they need to find a system. So they split it into all these different little regions. And then each region would be ruled by one person. And that person would report back to the emperor. So like he would divide it up into different sections. Each section would have the ability to rule themselves, but they would all report back to the emperor. Does this work really well? In some ways, but then what happens when they stop listening to the emperor? The warring states period. They're going to divide up into different states. All right. Okay. So when iron's introduced, that's what takes the power away from bronze. That's when the shanks start losing control. Because iron is easy to make, it's relatively cheap, it's easily distributed. Iron's introduced, suddenly everyone has weapons, everyone can fight back, and suddenly the power is taken away from the government. It happens at the end of the Zhou dynasty. The Zhou lose power, the states are all starting to fight, you have the period of the warring states. The patriarchs. First off, what's a matriarch? What's a matriarch? What? The matriarch. All right, so yeah, oracle bones. So they would write a question on the oracle bones, and then they would take them and they would heat them up, which would create cracking in the bones, or the shells of turtles. And they would, or turtle shells. They'd write the question, would crack the shell, and that would give them their answer to whatever they were asking. So like.